This is your weekly forecast for Monday the 4th of July, Independence Day in America. Also we had ours June the 24th in the United Kingdom. It is week 27 and it is from Monday the 4th of July to Sunday the 10th of July. Before I go into the read, my apologies for a no-show in the last 2 weeks. This is called being on holiday. Can you believe the first time I forgot my briefcase with all the tarot tools in for the holiday reads, which I always get some of, from the curious people, once they know what your vocation is. I could have had several reads. Well, hey-ho, was not meant to be this time. Remember, this is a general theme and should be taken as such. It will apply more to others and less to others, and the others mild to middling. Personal reads give away your pet budgie's height and romantic inclinations, or not if you do not have one. On to the read. The strangest thing that comes to my immediate attention is the Oracle card, which I will produce later. It absolutely ties everything in. And yet again, it is another upright pull for an Oracle card. I have had now, I think, 7 on the trot. This is not, however, the greatest theme in the world, but remember, there is a ray of comfort externally that will soften the hurt and upset. This read is about a build of arguments that keep coming back and back and back. They simply will not go away. I have said before, the card or cards to take notice of are always the major tarot. But I'm going to explain this further on. Sticking with the first card, the 5 of Swords, this is the number of change. The 5 is the number of change. It is the movement away from stability towards change and uncertainty. Swords are communication, and here you have Venus in Aquarius, the 5 of Swords, and the major trump of the Lovers, which is known as Zane on the Tree of Life, which is on path 17. It comes from Benata Tifereth, which is the God sphere. In effect we have, in effect we have 3 sword cards, by including Zane as the major tarot also. Now it is quite clear from this spread we are looking at relationships with arguments, 5 of Swords, relationships, the Lovers. With any type of partnership, marriage or a duality of any kind. Because it belongs to Gemini, which is the Lovers, this is also to do with communication, siblings, neighbours, short journeys, which of course is particular to your own way of life. For instance, a short journey could be from London to Scotland if your normal one is somewhere abroad. So indeed it is relative and subjective. So we have differences of opinion, quite heated, and something you thought will blow over is certainly not going to do that. It is going to become a whole lot worse. A great deal of pain and heartache and feelings of being stabbed in the back, betrayal, will feel and be the outcome, which is the 10 of Swords. Because this is to do with primarily communication, it is a case of the smaller against the bigger, the narrower approach to the bigger picture view. A feeling of betrayal, not being wanted, compared to this or compared to that, which is the 5 and 10 of Swords. This is going to bring about choices, which the Lovers card also stands for. Again, this is change, forcing you into choice, change being the 5. Do I stay? Do I go? Is it now? Is it very soon? Is it nearly? Or is it not quite yet? Remember I said with the 5, in the 5 of Swords, no creativity is taking place, only verbal destruction. The understanding that both people can be right. It is just looking at things from a different perspective. This seems to be timing things for a new moon, remembering that new moons mean fresh beginnings, new starts, new things, new plans, new ideas. Remember, you cannot change anybody to your way of thinking, your way of liking. The 5 is the precursor to change, and in this case, change brought about by arguments, the 5 of Swords, coming back again and again, a non-satisfactory outcome. It is always about give, take, tolerance and patience. These cards, however, show the running out of all these traits. It is also saying that you need to be yourself. Perhaps you have been putting on a mask over time, and reality is what is needed. Time to comfort the demons. I am talking here of negative relationship aspects that maybe once worked and work no longer. This card is responsible, the 5 of Swords that is, for both inferior and superior feelings, thoughts. So watch out for this one. This brings about judgmental consequences and approaches. They should see it my way. It's the right way. There's no other way. It's the only way. You are setting yourself up with unnecessary challenges, grief, mountains to climb, very especially if the other person is viewing the situation in the same manner as yourself. Now, as I have said earlier in the read, the Oracle card has a profound meaning and effect to this read, and is backed up and enhanced by the general theme of the read, the Prince of Cups, the Oracle card I will place very shortly. This is a card, the Prince of Cups is a card of non-tangibility as such. Gifts that are not obvious, but the offering of are always beneficial and most welcome. It is a card that can be trusted, and wherever placed means the situation or person can be trusted. A feel-good card, a card that when it graces you with its presence, things will heal or healing will be brought about. Situations will become easier, better, healthier and happier. So you could say out of the darkness, for want of a better phrase, will come the light, which is the Prince of Cups. I said this ties in so wonderfully with the Oracle card, which I will now put out. I've lost my place, so hold on. With the Oracle card, meaning support and assistance, be it from friends or the divine, as a gift similar to the Prince of Cups, a kind word in the ear, a little boost here and there, words of comfort. Because you have a water card as the overall theme, Prince of Cups, this gives and means emotional healing. Remember, water is to do with feelings, emotions. To recover the act of communication, swords being destructive, in this case upon relationships, the lovers in particular. The heart will be healed, Prince of Cups, Oracle card, and will come a moving on, the 5 in the 5 of Swords. Also remember that from adversity comes truth and learning, valuable commodities in life's lessons and path. Now, further explanation to the Oracle card. This one here. This card denotes unexpected help from external sources, which also applies from the Prince of Cups. Support being offered in all manner of things, some tangible, others untangible, same as the Prince of Cups, like kind words as I've mentioned, heart healing advice. The tangible is also well aspected, but the important thing here is that you are not alone. Providence decrees that help is and will be at hand. Prince of Cups, the Oracle card. The recognition of your emotional state with the aim, one way or another, is to heal. The princes, or in other decks, this is the Crowley deck and the only one I use now, but the princes are known as knights in other decks. They are not people. They are modes of action, movements and flow. In the case of the Prince of Cups, emotional healing, emotional gifts are offered. Summing up, all will be well after a great deal of pain, turmoil and misery. But sometimes this is inevitable to make you move on. If you are stuck, things have become stagnant, or you're in a flux of stagnation. Help in one way or another is at hand to heal the wounds from this low period, brought about by simply a breakdown in communication and people not seeing the same way. This has been John. Thank you for listening.